Had his best stuff, but he competed and he gave us 6 innings, which was really good going into tomorrow with our bullpen. And then those young guys did a good job. But really, the story of the day was our offense. I mean, they got off to a great start. We had a ton of quality at bats and ran into a couple of balls there and kind of were able to extend the lead there late. And I think that's really the story of the game. Our defense, we put up 0 errors. We made some really nice plays, made the routine play, and then our offense, and then our bullpen did a great job today.
Just for Parker to get through 6 innings, like you said, even though he was kind of battling their order, just what does their order present that makes them so tough?
They're very well coached. I mean, Chris Hart that works with their hitters, and they're always very well coached. They're always on time with pitches. I feel like they're always on time with fastballs and fastball counts. So usually to have success against them, you got to be able to mix and match. And obviously Parker was in some tough counts today that couldn't allow him to do that.
How good was it? You didn't necessarily need them to be great, but how good was it to see the bullpen get through clean without giving up any runs late?
I mean, it was great. I mean, those are 2 freshmen. So if we're going to be good late, our bullpen's got to continue to develop. That's been an issue thus far, just the consistency of our bullpen. We've had great moments, but just the consistency of those guys. And the only way it gets better by going out and doing it. And they were good today.
It seemed like the sharpest that Jackson's been so far this year. Just what was a bit different for him today?
We made a little bit of adjustment to his curveball with 2 strikes, just to make it kind of has a tendency to pop out of his hand where guys can see it. So we made a little bit of adjustment with 2 strikes that I felt like maybe we can get a little bit more swings and misses for him. But he was just attacking the strike zone. He was just ahead of hitters. When you're ahead of hitters and you're constantly 0-1 on guys, you're going to have success most of the time.
I mean, you said that the offense has been really good lately. I think 17 against Bethune-Cookman and then 13 here tonight. Is there anything specifically that guys are doing to be able to achieve that offensive production, or are you just hitting the balls really well, seeing it clearly?
They're just, for me, they're just trusting their preparation. They're preparing very well in their BP and the way they go about their business. They're working really hard in the cages. They're working hard with Coach Metcalf, meeting tomorrow, and just trusting what they do. You know what I mean? We got a lot of older guys that have been through it and that have a lot of college at bats, and it just takes time. You know what I mean? It's the ebbs and flows of the season. Our pitching is going to be great at times, and then like today, our offense got to be able to pick up our pitching.
When the skipper goes out of the game, you're kind of thrust into that role. Are you trying to think what would Meat do in this situation, or do you just follow your own instinct?
I think what Meat does a great job of is he trusts his assistants throughout the game. So with me, with the pitching, obviously Meat says the okay on guys, but like when we handle the bullpen, usually I give him some options like, hey, do you want to go here, here, or here, with the guy that says what we got coming up, and then he'll make the final call. So, I mean, nothing really changed in that regard. You know what I mean? He does such a good job of letting us work that when he's had to step aside, that we didn't really miss a beat there.
You called pitches against Jaime all fall and spring. Just what makes him such a tough out for opposing pitchers?
He has really good strike zone awareness. You know, when he's not chasing the ball down, not chasing the ball up, you got to throw it in the zone, and when it's in the zone, he can hammer it. So he just doesn't chase as much as other guys.
Logan also obviously had a really good day at the plate, but it seemed like 4 or 5 plays, he also had really good jumps in center field. Just how much of a luxury has his defense been for you guys so far this year?
It's when you're good up the middle, you got a chance to be good. You know what I mean? Catcher, middle infield, pitching, and then center, and he kind of anchors that. So he's been really good for us.
Talk about Jaime's strike zone awareness. How rare is that for him to be that good at that as a freshman?
I would say Tyler Martin was like that as a freshman. You know what I mean? I think it's just his eyes really work. You know what I mean? His eyes really work, and he's got a really good plan. He's able to see the ball deep, and I think a lot of it is just his plan, and he goes up to the plate.
Would you guys have wanted to stick with Connor had it not been for the rain delay, or was that all you really needed out of him? Was just all that?
I probably would have stuck with him for another year.